Hello, it's Wednesday the 25th. I'm FxPlew and we're back below zero for today's market brief. So the UK balance sheet, that's looking pretty unhealthy at the moment. Borrowing has risen to pretty frightening levels. The Chancellor is reported to be looking at ways to reduce borrowing and also how to service the existing debt in the upcoming budget. But he does have his work cut out. And, call me old-fashioned, but isn't that just his job? Competence against this particular KPI needs rather urgent attention. The debt to GDP ratio has reached 100%, and the interest paid to service the government's borrowings was the second highest on record. That does not qualify for a glowing performance review. He has already committed to a 10% increase in the state pension. That's honouring the triple lock that should take inflation as the yardstick for measurement of the increase. And of course the energy cap is set to rise again in April as well. As such, any thoughts of cutting the tax burden for corporations or for individuals for that matter seems to have been shelved until November at the earliest. Over in the US, opinions are split over what to expect from the Fed meeting next week. The fall in inflation, employment data and indeed the outlook for the economy are all expected to drive debate when the Fed meet next. And any sign of weaker data may see the Fed taper to a 25 basis point rate hike. Where rates are comfortably now into restrictive territory, future rate hikes are expected to cut growth more dramatically than we have seen to date. So they may be slightly more cautious. But the Fed does remain hawkish on inflation, and Powell remains committed to bringing inflation down, but also making sure that it remains low. Market sentiment suggests that we won't see any rate cuts before inflation is back down below at least 5%, so they do have a long way to go. Yesterday the dollar index pulled back to around 101.90, but despite this move sterling fell to 122.60 on the back of the borrowing data, but we recovered to close around 123.35 against the dollar yesterday. We open around 123.25 against the dollar. We're 113 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 109.05 this morning. And do wish me luck. Bertie's just seen a fox and has bolted, so I may have my work cut out getting him back on the lead. Join me again tomorrow.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.